So you're an investor and you're thinking about maybe buying a short-term rental, an Airbnb, a VRBO. This is a great video for you. Or maybe you stayed in an Airbnb a ton of times when you travel with your family or yourself to a different destination on vacation, and you're like, man, this would be really cool to own one of these, and Scottsdale or Phoenix in general is awesome. Why don't I buy one there?
Nice.
Well, you're not alone in thinking that way. And if you are, this is a great video for you. We're gonna actually take you on a tour of a current in-service Airbnb property in Scottsdale, in Old Town Scottsdale, one of the most famous places in all of Arizona to especially own an Airbnb. And we're gonna show you one of these properties and what it takes, what it looks like to actually own an Airbnb so you are fully informed if this is something you're looking to possibly do. But where are the Airbnbs located? You wanna make sure you have a good spot, a place that's full of demand and a lot of entertainment and things to do. Ideally, in Phoenix, there's quite a few places that would qualify for. But you also wanna have a neighborhood, an area that has no HOA. Although some HOAs will allow it, it's a lot easier to be in an area where there's no HOA, so you don't have to mess around and worry about people breaking rules, or maybe you being harassed by an HOA board member because one little thing's out of place. There are a lot of great places for an Airbnb, places like Chandler, Gilbert, East Valley. You have places in Tempe, places in the West Valley as well, out by the Peoria Sports Complex and the Westgate area. You have up in North Phoenix that can work well if you can find the right area with no HOA that allows it. But we're gonna stick with Scottsdale. Scottsdale is the place that everyone talks about, that is famous for coming down and having world-class entertainment, dining, nightclubs, and you name it, golf. I mean, Scottsdale's the golf mecca of the world. So you really want to focus in Scottsdale, in my opinion, and that's why the house we're going to take you on a tour of today is actually in Scottsdale. So some really good areas for Airbnb, like the Cactus Corridor, McCormick Ranch area, the zip code of 85254. The Arcadia area. But today, we're gonna focus on the Old Town Scottsdale area and what makes Airbnbs so special in that area. So let's jump out of this office and let's go take a look at one of those properties right now. Let's go.
Now, what's popular down here are a lot of Airbnbs or VRBOs. We're gonna actually go take a look at one of them right now, but there are several Airbnbs in this neighborhood because it's so popular. This one right here is one of those Airbnbs. So let's go take a look at what one of them looks like on the smaller side, just to get a feel for what you may want to book if you come on down to visit. Let's go. Let's go take a peek inside. So it appears that this Airbnb rents really well. So some things that you're gonna have in a good Airbnb down here, you're gonna have obviously nice furniture, but this is actually one of these houses that's smaller. This will sleep about 8 people, maybe up to 10, and has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. But it's an open concept. It's obviously been fully remodeled here recently and makes for a very good Airbnb. Down here you have a split floor plan. You have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms down here. Let's go take a peek. Nice bathroom, been all remodeled. Very nice bedrooms, and what I love about these bedrooms is the Southwest feel that the owner has put into this. This is really cool. When people come down to Arizona, they want the Arizona feel. And this house, I think, delivers that, at least to an extent. And this house is a split floor plan. Most of the houses weren't this big when they were built down in this area, but this one has been, probably had an extension or addition onto it at some point. But you have a full ensuite bedroom and laundry room on this side of the house. Now, one thing that's great about an Airbnb is the backyard. It's a must. You have to have some cool things to do in the backyard. So let's check out this backyard, this Airbnb. You have a TV, you have the grill, you have a nice therapy hot tub, you have horseshoes and bocce ball. Beautiful. Then over here, you have a step down little place to hang out with miniature golf. If you're in Scottsdale Airbnb, you have to have access to some mini golf. I mean, it's Scottsdale, the golf mecca of the world, right? A pool is not 100% necessary, but it's definitely preferred. Now, this house right here does not have a pool, but it still rents well because of location and because the owner still provided a hot tub. So this time of year, people can get in and get cooled off. Because the reality of the situation is, if you don't have a heater for the pool, which by the way, if you have a pool for an Airbnb, you have to have a heater. It can get expensive, but you might have to put a cap on that for utilities. So there's all these things and more that we're just mentioning right now that you really need to have and think about when it comes to having an Airbnb. And I'll say one more, high quality furniture, very important. If you go cheap, it will break and you'll replace it because people are not necessarily super light on the furniture when they're staying at Airbnb. So pro tips there for owning an Airbnb. And if you want a lowdown of some good areas to own an Airbnb, because Old Town Scottsdale is great, it's not the only one, let us know. Give us a call, 480-660-5974. We would love to help you identify a great investment for an Airbnb that maybe you can even take advantage of this time of year. Come down for a few weeks when it's gorgeous, play some golf, and just experience the sunshine and all the amenities that Scottsdale has to offer.
Whew, I'm back in the office now. I hope that tour was helpful for you to understand what an Airbnb that's currently functional actually looks like. Now, there are luxury, high-end Airbnbs as well that are huge. That was a small one. A little sample what it could be like, but maybe you want to start off small before you go big. The big ones do cash flow very well, but you have a lot of risk there too if for some reason you have a bad stretch or a bad streak with very little bookings. But overall, I hope that was helpful. Hope we gave you a good idea. So reach out to us today. We would love to help you answer any questions about short-term rentals in anywhere in the Phoenix metro area. It's an amazing investment that could work out really well for you. So call us at 480-660-5974 or email at info@cookandassociatesaz.com or check us out right here on our Instagram page at Kelly Cook Homes. We're putting out educational content for you on a daily basis. And most importantly, don't forget to call me.